Hi everyone, my name is Hannah Curran. I'm a secondary special education and history major. I'm a senior at Seton Hall. I'm the president of the Greek Municipal Assembly, as well as a member of Kappa Kappa Gamma and Alpha Phi Omega, the service fraternity on campus, and I'm also in the Inclusion Alliance.
Hi everyone, I'm Yanisa Alejo. I'm a rising senior. I'm majoring in social and behavioral sciences and minoring in psychology. I'm currently president of the photography club here on campus. I'm a member of Alpha Sigma Tau sorority. I'm a peer educator for No More, and I'm also part of the Inclusion Alliance.
Hi, I'm James. I'm going in my fourth year. I'm an accounting major, getting my master's in accounting. I'm currently the president of Seton Hall chapter of Alpha Phi Omega, as well as a member of the Leadership Development Program.
Hi everyone, my name is Lauren Woodward. I am a senior accounting major here at Seton Hall. I'm currently working on my master's, and I am the president of the Student Activities Board.
4 years ago, I think I was not a completely different person, just not as knowledgeable. I hadn't been exposed to a lot. College exposed me to a lot of different perspectives, people who didn't have the same interests as me, people who didn't come from the same backgrounds as me. And I think I was almost trapped in a bubble because I am from a really small town. So I think I came in as someone who was confused, just not sure what was going on, not sure how to break those barriers and get outside of my comfort zone. And I think I've throughout college learned how to be someone who can almost always break down a barrier and get to know something about everyone, just because I am more comfortable with being uncomfortable and more comfortable with the idea that not everyone is the exact same as me, and that's actually a very good thing.
I agree with you on getting out of your comfort zone during our college career. So I'm a senior now, and as a freshman, I feel like I was definitely more on the shy side. I was more kept to myself and kind of reserved. And I remember wanting to transfer because I missed my high school friends, and I was plotting to go to one of their schools. So I think I started out kind of not liking change and thinking that, going to a new school would be kind of the most terrible thing. Obviously I'm still here, so it definitely changed. But yeah, that's how I started out.
I think I can piggyback off of you, Hannah, in that I was definitely way more naive back then. I wasn't really exposed to a lot in my childhood. But going to Seton Hall, I really opened my eyes to different cultures, different backgrounds, different perspectives. And now it's given me a real more whole-rounded view of life in general.
I'm just going to round it out. I felt like I was very naive too. I was very much a homebody, very close to my high school friends, and I was the last one of my three sisters to go to college, so I just felt like just fish out of water. And I really just did not enjoy my first year because I just felt like I really sheltered myself off. But definitely a great idea to stay at Seton Hall, and I wouldn't have changed it for anything.
I feel like I wish I knew more about and also took more advantage of some of the resources that are straight on campus. For example, the OIP, Office of International Programs. That's definitely a really great resource if you're ever thinking about studying abroad, and I didn't think it was possible.
I was more of a kid that wasn't going to ask for questions if I didn't know something. I was just going to figure it out myself or just let it go. But there are so many individuals, and to Deanna's point, there's so many resources there to support you from day one. Don't be afraid to reach out. Campus Ministry, Freshman Studies, your PA, your peers, all these people, amazing people that are always available to help you and point you to the right direction. And don't be afraid to do that.
I love SHU because it is so close-knit, and if you mention one thing, everyone knows what you're talking about, and it's just that really nice sense of community between all of us, not only in Seton Hall but in the South Orange community. Definitely different from any other experience I've had, and I love SHU just because I've been able to get that experience in such a great way.
I love SHU because it really provides the ability to try new things both in and outside of the classroom. inside the classroom. I know a lot of people that double major, triple major, or halfway through their sophomore year, they go, I need to change my major. And SHU does allow that to give that wiggle room. College is a place and time to make decisions and try new things because this is the time to do it. And so SHU really is accommodating to that. And outside of the classroom, obviously, expanding on your passions, finding different communities, different groups and students and peers that will always support you and try new things.
Another thing I love about SHU, that you all do, is our basketball team. I love that Press Center is just 15 minutes away. Everyone gets really hyped when it's like basketball season. The energy just feels different on campus.
I think if I could have a superpower, it wouldn't be like reading minds, because I feel like what is on the, like, that's just the surface of someone, like what their thought is, but the feeling is what actually is someone. So rather than being able to read minds, I would want to be able to feel that emotion that others are experiencing.
My superhero would be to control the weather, like Mother Nature style, because I can make green season all year long. Like, that would be great. And then Christmas at the Hall, make it snow like crazy. That would be my superhero power.
I felt like I was at home because I was at the small campus atmosphere of Seton Hall. So even though I applied to 14 different schools, some of them in the United States, some outside of the United States, it ended up being the school that was 40 minutes away from my house. That made me feel like I would get to grow, but also give me that opportunity to be comfortable.
Yeah, I agree. I chose SHU. It has a great reputation across most programs or industries, and it really provided me with the best opportunities for professional development overall.
I think it's hard to narrow it down to one person. I think I've had a lot of people who have impacted me. I think almost everyone that I've interacted with at Seton Hall to some extent has made an impression on me that has made me a better person. But if I had to like narrow it down to specific people, I think like Dean Robin Cunningham and mentors of freshman studies. I came in, I'm a first generation college student. They got Nikki Pataglia. She's a mentor at freshman study. She was the head of the Gen 1 program, and they kind of like put me under their wing and they gave me the ins and outs of colleges. And then I became a peer advisor and working with like a freshman studies mentor my first and second year as a PA gave me experience that is applicable in like my profession, but also just like engaging with people in general.
My answer is very similar because I can't pick one person, but a group of people that impacted me the most while at Seton Hall were the peer advisors. I would say like I was more impacted at the student level, like my coworkers. I felt like I kind of learned a lot about myself and about what I'm like good at, meant to be through the people that I worked with, and then also my own peer advisor my freshman year. Like I said before, like I was definitely staying inside my own little bubble, kind of staying in my comfort zone. But my peer advisor helped me gain some more confidence and was always there for me if I had any type of questions or like just need someone to hang out with. So that definitely was like the foundation of the rest of my success here at Seton Hall.
I agree. I think nitpicking it down to one person, I mean, it's a difficult task. But I think overall, the support system I made for myself at Seton Hall has really made the biggest difference for my experience. I have some amazing friends, they're amazing people. I think what's most important is that they're not only just friends, but they're role models to me. I strive to be like them, and they, to me, I learn from them, and that's really so important, is that we can work together and really become better people.
I would have to say that, you shouldn't have to feel like you should close yourself off all the time. Definitely ask questions. I know a lot of people feel like if they ask questions, they'll look dumb or, not look like what they're doing. But in reality, none of us know what we're doing. So you should really just ask questions when you feel it's necessary, because all of us have been there. All of us are here to help incoming freshmen and try to network with as many people as possible.
To any student coming to Seton Hall for their first semester, the biggest piece of advice I could give someone is being true to yourself, but also being open-minded to yourself and like understanding that change isn't always a bad thing.
say no to things. It definitely, I know something I struggled with. It's hard to, when you want to be involved in so many things and want to, still get that 4.0 at the end of the semester, it's going to be difficult, and it's okay to say no to hang out with someone or to say no to an extra responsibility.
I think to jump off of that, I think saying no when it's necessary, but realizing there's an in-between, you're going to have students who only say yes to things and only say no, and you have to find that in-between. So investing in Outlook calendar, using a Google Calendar, using a planner, just finding something that organizes your time so you know when you can say yes and when you can say no.
That, I feel like either saying yes to everything or saying no to everything, you're going to feel like you really need to pick between academics and social life. Well, college is a good mixture of both.
Life is not just highway, and will never be. There will always be detours, speed bumps, some potholes in the way. Stay adaptable, be open-minded, and enjoy the journey life takes you on.